Hey everyone, Leo Bond here. I'm back again today for the Best Buy Canada blog, and this time it's with a look at the new Gyrocopters 8FINITY all-terrain hoverboard. A slick-looking hoverboard with a number of interesting features going for it that I recently got the chance to try out and put to the test. So I hit it down to my local tennis courts to see how this thing would do, and that's mostly what you're going to see here in this video, because some of the other areas where I tried testing it out, well, things didn't go quite as well. But anyway, let's start off with the features of this thing, which include a considerable amount of LED lights in all sorts of different places. So there's some on the top, there's some on the front, there's even some in the wheels. And that means that if you're riding this thing in sort of low light conditions, it pretty much lights up like a ship. Now, other features of the 8FINITY board include built-in Bluetooth speakers so that you can pretty much blast your favorite tunes as you ride around. It's also got some fairly robust all-terrain tires, and I kind of put all-terrain in quotation marks when I say that because while the tires themselves do seem fairly heavy-duty, I have seen bigger ones on hoverboards, and honestly this thing didn't do quite as well on gravel, grass, and even a paved parking lot as it did on those tennis courts. But one thing that I really like about this board a lot is its auto balancing feature, which has what they call no fall technology. And this is the kind of thing where it sort of locks the board into a balanced level position once that you step onto it. So it makes it a lot easier to stay on the board without falling off. Although going over bumps can still kind of buck you off the thing. Now in my case, I always landed on my feet, so I didn't get hurt or anything like that. But you know, it does happen and you have to jump right back on. So while I can't exactly give this board top marks for its all-terrain capabilities, I certainly did have a lot of fun with it down there on the courts. There was only one little place that for some reason between the two nets, a bump just kept knocking me off of it every single time that I tried to go through. I must have tried it 8 or 10 times. Even though the other side, where there's also a break between the two nets, I always managed to get through there without falling off, so that was kind of weird. But anyway, overall, I was pretty impressed with this board. It didn't really have much trouble carrying me around. I am over 200 pounds, but this board has a maximum weight capacity of 120 kilograms, and that's over 260 pounds, so I was nowhere near the max weight. And obviously, therefore, it's very suitable for kids, but you know, adults can ride it too. Now, the recommended age range, or the minimum age, is 7 years old, and it just kind of goes up to infinity from there. And I pretty much think that kids in that 7 to 12-year-old range are the demographic that's most likely to get a whole lot of enjoyment out of this thing, especially if the kid is somewhat light and doesn't weight the board down quite as much as I did myself, because the board can do a fairly respectable 10 kilometers an hour. Now, that's not going to have you keeping up with bikes or anything like that, but it does certainly outpace the typical pedestrian. However, for me, it was kind of tough to get up to that top cruising speed. You know, I tried it in a paved parking lot, and I think it was a combination of the roughness of the paving combined with my weight that seemed to keep me well below that top speed, although I may have achieved it a few times on the tennis courts where things were a little bit smoother. And again, really the tennis courts is where this thing was at its best. That's where it really performed. Turning was easy. You know, it just doesn't take long to get the hang of this thing. You know, 1 or 2 tries and you're off and away. So the 8FINITY hoverboard may not be perfect, but it is a whole lot of fun, and if fun is what you're looking for, you're probably going to have a pretty good chance of finding it with this board. Now, if you'd like to learn more about it, please visit the Best Buy Canada blog for my complete written review. There's going to be more details and information there. And until next time, this is Leo Bond signing off. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.